It works. Good. Oh. Once again managed to be just a bit later than I actually hoped, you know? Really, not a good excuse for that. And apart from the fact that my poor little car has apparently decided to be, well, a frozen popsicle, and I kind of had to deal with that. Because I will need that tomorrow, you know, to drive around, get to the store, do stuff. Seriously, that was some annoying sheet of ice there. Excuse me. So, and since I had not really, well, let me start. I don't really have that much time anymore. And so I decided, yeah, sure, let's play some more Mass Effect because I'm sure I can find a good spot.
Come on. Udina's presenting the Quarians' evidence to the Council.
At some point, and
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
yes, I'm looking tired as shit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
You wanted proof? There it is.
This evidence is
should
irrefutable,
that
Ambassador.
ambassador
Saren will be stripped of his Spectre status,
really
and all efforts will
like
be
the
made to bring
moment
him
where I
in
can
to
just point at
answer
him
for his
like,
crimes.
yeah, see ya.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren. Matriarch Benezia.
Another traitor.
She must be working with the Geth too.
Matriarch Benezia is a powerful biotic, and she had many followers. She will make a formidable ally for Saren.
I'm more interested in the Reapers. What do you know about them?
Only what was extracted from the Geth's memory core. The Reapers were an ancient race of machines that wiped out the Protheans. Then they vanished.
The Geth believe the Reapers are gods, and Saren is the prophet for their return.
Yes, it's
We
all
think
religious.
the conduit is the key to bringing them back. Saren's searching for it. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Do we even know what this conduit is?
Well, no, we don't, but I need to click something. Good, it's working. Jesus, for a second there I was scared. Well, no, we know it's trouble.
Saren thinks it can bring back the Reapers. That's bad enough.
Listen to what you're
Jesus.
saying.
He's
Saren
looking
wants to bring
old
back the
as fuck.
machines that wiped out all life in the galaxy? Impossible. It has to be. Where did the Reapers go? Why did they vanish? How come we found no trace of their existence? If
Who
they were
knows?
real, we'd have found something.
You dope the
I tried to warn you about Saren, and you refused to face the truth. Don't make the same mistake again.
This is different. You proved Saren betrayed the Council. We all agree he's using the Geth to search for the conduit, but we don't really know why.
The Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander. A convenient lie to cover Saren's true purpose. A legend he is using to bend the Geth to his will.
50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the conduit, it will happen again.
I mean,
Saren
yes,
is a rogue agent on the run
yeah.
for his life. He no longer has the rights or resources of a Spectre.
but try to imagine
Council
from their
has
point of
stripped him
view.
his position.
That is not good enough. You know he's hiding somewhere in the Traverse. Send your fleet in!
They're not gonna do that, they're not
A
stupid.
fleet cannot track down one man.
It can, technically speaking.
A Citadel fleet could secure the entire region. Keep the Geth from attacking any more of our colonies.
Or it could trigger a war with the Terminus systems. We won't be dragged into a galactic confrontation over a few dozen human colonies.
Also, that is also very understandable. I mean, well, just from the bit of history that we read, they had a bit of a problem with the Ragni, then they had a bit of a problem with the Krogans. They know what it means to fight a galactic war. I can understand them not wanting to do that again, but that's not really good for humanity. And send me.
I can take Saren down.
The
Bam.
Commander's right. There is a way to stop Saren that doesn't require fleets or armies.
No, it's too soon. Humanity is not ready for the responsibilities that come with joining the Spectres.
I am ready.
I faced Saren on Eden Prime and exposed him for a traitor. I've proven myself.
Yes, I have. That much they can't really deny. Everybody's like beep beep beep. Also, he's shooting
Commander
his
Shepard,
little finger, I guess.
Step forward.
I will do that. Actually, not better. This game has actually pretty damn good music for some scenes.
It is
I
the
can
decision
enjoy
of the
that.
Council that you be granted all the powers and privileges of the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance branch of the Citadel.
Nice.
Spectres are not trained, but chosen. Individuals forged in the fire of service and battle. Those whose actions elevate them above the rank and file.
Spectres are an ideal, a symbol, the embodiment of courage, determination, and self-reliance. They are the right hand of the Council, instruments of our will.
Spectres bear a great burden. They are protectors of galactic peace, both our first and last line of defense. The safety of the galaxy is theirs to uphold.
You are the first human Spectre, Commander. This is a great accomplishment for you and your entire species.
Well, thank you.
I'm honored, Counselor.
We're sending you into the Traverse after Saren. He's a fugitive from justice, so you are authorized to use any means necessary to apprehend or eliminate him.
Do we have any
Any idea
needs?
where to find him?
We will forward any relevant files to Ambassador Udina.
This meeting of the Council is adjourned.
Congratulations, Commander.
Oh,
We've
thank
got
you.
a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going to need a ship, a crew, supplies.
You'll get access to special equipment and training now. You should go down to the CSEC Academy and speak to the Spectre Requisitions Officer.
Anderson,
Nice.
come with me. I'll need your help to set all this up.
And I get new equipment. Oh, I like that.
Bastard didn't even thank you.
What do you expect from a politician? Come on.
Right behind you, Shepard.
Nice, I've become better. So, can I become even better at intimidation? That's good. Motivated player. Nice. And that is giving me lots of goodies actually. Let's become a Spectre. They said. Oh, let's see if I can actually deal with that annoying little Hana guy. Or if I still don't have enough. Intimidation. Yeah, now it's kind of too loud again, huh? It's hard to find a good medium. Just the right amount. Not too much, not too little. Oh, right. Another direction. Jesus. I just would like to be able to sprint here. But yeah, I guess now that I think about it, actually, there's one thing, well, I have to actually thank nowadays BioWare for, and that is actually reminding me of, well, Mass Effect. It's kind of nice to play this again, I will admit that much. I'm still not gonna buy their shitty idea of trying to redo this series. If one end is a money grab, it's probably not even be a good one. Shut up.
This one humbly submits that it is
Breaking the law.
This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen.
I don't care about your intent. You're making all Hanar look like troublemaking zealots.
Yes.
This one does not wish to prejudice the listeners against the Hanar.
You worthless!
You Hanar deserve what you get. You're either too snobbish or too stupid to follow simple rules.
Yes, really hammered home.
This one will obey. This one departs now.
Jesus.
I see the Hanar is left. Thank you.
Happy to help.
Here, for your assistance in this matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should report to my superiors.
Good. Free stuff, and I could really hammer home that somebody is doing something bad. Actually, it's kind of nice. I don't think I have in the past played that much with the Renegade options. I kind of like it. That feels quite a bit different from, you know, Paragon options. No, but you know, it's kind of nice. It feels refreshing to read it. I will probably never go full Renegade everywhere, because sometimes it's just not really fitting. If memory serves, you should be down here. I'm a Spectre after all. I should get stuff. Actually, I should get free stuff. Just requisition that shit.
Hello, Commander.
Show me what you've got.
Sounds good. Just let me set you up. Oh, this must be a mistake. System's telling me to offer you our select stock. Spectre? Well, I heard about that, but I didn't realize it was you. Sorry, Commander.
I think I'll be going.
Sure thing, Commander. You have a good day now.
Shit.
Hello, Commander.
Just show me your supplies.
Show me what you've
I'll
got.
open the rare stocks for you, Commander.
Now, let me see what you have. Oh, new licenses and nothing. I kind of feel cheated now. No, let's go up again and actually make sure that we get our ship. No, now that I think about it. Yes, Mass Effect is actually one of the rather rare games that actually makes me overlook the fact that it's, well, sci-fi. Not necessarily against sci-fi, it just never really takes me in as much as more classical fantasies. Where's the fucking ambassador? Oh shit. Kinda was on the right way, wasn't I? And I fucked it up. I didn't I? Well, this is embarrassing. Don't mind me, people. I totally know what I'm doing. It's not like I just went in the completely wrong direction for a second there. Not to worry. This was all planned, of course. Elevator time again.
So how about it, Garrus? Is this better than C-Sec?
Fighting a rogue Spectre with countless lives at stake and no regulations to get in the way? I'd say that beats C-Sec.
Yeah.
There may just be hope for you yet, Turian.
Ah, yeah. Racing Garrus. Well, those are cool, guys. Rarely do I find myself interested in the Xenos, but you know, in this case, cool guys. What was the other one? The Asari, Yara or something? Wasn't that much interesting in comparison. Garrus is cool at least. Hello again.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
Nice.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
There's more to this.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
What happened?
I failed. I couldn't make the cut. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
Saren's not going to get away this time.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The Conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharos system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the Conduit is before he does.
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the Conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the Conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
Well, yes, I've got my work.
I'll stop him.
Right there in front of me.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans.
Oh, right, isn't
We
it?
don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find
That's
her.
it, Lyra.
See what she knows.
Yes, yes, I
Her
will
name's
try.
Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We
Sony,
have
yes,
reports
yes.
she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
It doesn't really matter, but it's a companion, so you know.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
Nice.
Your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
I'll take care of Saren. You take care of the political fallout.
Not exactly the answer I was looking for, Shepard. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre.
Surprisingly enough, I'm still a human.
I have a meeting to get to. Captain
Has
Anderson
not
can
really
answer any
changed.
questions you might have.
Yes, Commander?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing, but you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard.
Nice.
If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
Why weren't you honest with me?
It's not something I'm proud of. I had a chance to become the first human Spectre, and I failed. Saren made sure of that.
I think I deserve the whole story.
Come on,
We
get
had
clean.
intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
He was smart. You needed a diversion.
This went way beyond a simple diversion, Commander. The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly
Well,
civilians.
yeah, it's not
Saren
good.
didn't care. The target was eliminated, mission accomplished, and I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the
smart.
proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent? I
Ah,
had a
good
bad
point.
feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
The only thing I care about is stopping
You're
Saren.
right, Commander.
I should go.
I'll be
Oops,
here.
I
Commander.
actually
Yes,
want to.
Commander?
I want to know the truth about you
We
and
had
Saren.
in a lot.
Jesus, I
plan
didn't want
was
it to hurt us again.
The only thing
You're
I
right.
care about.
I'll be here.
Oh. Guess we're done with that. Finally, my own ship and nobody to command me. Well, technically speaking, the Council could command me, but... Well...
Stand by, shore party.
What you gonna do, eh?
Decontamination in
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Captain Anderson should be the one in charge. It's like I'm stealing the ship from him.
Yeah, the captain got screwed. But it's not like you could have stopped it. Nobody's blaming you. Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%.
That's good.
Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
Listen up, Normandy. This is your commander speaking. We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. And I refuse to let anything get in the way of that mission.
The Council wants to ignore this.
That's no surprise. They've never helped us in the past. No reason they'd start now. But we don't need their help. We can do this on our own.
Wherever Saren goes, we'll follow.
Wherever he searches for the conduit, we'll be there. We will hunt him to the very ends of the galaxy and bring him down.
This is the most important mission any of us have ever been on.
The fate of an entire galaxy is at stake. We will stop Saren, no matter what the cost.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
Fancy speeches won't stop Saren from finding the conduit. If we really want to make the Captain proud, we better get this bird in the air.
Yes, sir.
I can just look outside and I get XP for it. Nice.
Commander, something you need?
Well,
how's
that's
the
okay.
Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
Well,
I'd like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet.
That's quite the boast.
Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I can't have you on this ship if you're going to infect my crew.
Infect the crew? Oh man, you have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
I don't.
Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter.
Well, that's
Even
bad.
with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic. But I've learned to manage my condition, Commander.
Well, okay.
Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting
Of course
my
you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already... 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not going to break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander.
Well, that's
so
good.
I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry.
I'm not trying to make you
Whatever you want, Commander.
Oh.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau.
Good
Plus,
point.
I love to make little children laugh.
You're dodging the question.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot.
Yeah,
By the
good
end
point.
of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy. Even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
Yeah, good point.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Yeah, I can imagine who was grinning like an idiot at the end of that. Yeah, well, I'll say you've got anything interesting to tell. You kinda don't want to talk to me, eh? Or is that or somebody changed my keys while I wasn't looking? Wouldn't be the first time actually that has happened. Just, you know, different people have different preferences.
Yes, Commander?
Oh, it's
Is
just
there something
Presty.
you need?
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the
How
head...
did you end up
Yes,
humanity
that's
needs the knowledge. Goodbye,
everything we've already gone through. Alright, this would in the future be then the room where Liara is hiding, usually. I can run through all the ships. Space, because why not? Hello, fellow human.
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner.
Good point.
We were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Oh, you know what to say. Stuff. I like stuff. And new stuff to examine, which means more XP for me. I'm all for that. God damn it. Kinda having some yes. Some problems with the coughing today. Just hope I don't get ill. That is always such a fun time. Especially right now. Wouldn't be as much of a problem if my dear little employees would actually be doing what they're supposed to do.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
Basically.
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not... Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my
stuff
weapons?
doesn't come from the Alliance. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without
What are licenses?
Manufacturers sell licenses. I already have several basic ones.
You'd be surprised, I already did that.
Licenses are hard to get, but they're
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
No, I need to attend to like
Looking for supplies?
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy... Check back often. I need to move items. No problem.
Sure.
Back.
Hey, Garrus.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSAC.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Yes.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape.
Yeah,
CSEC's
kinda
handling
sucks.
of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
It's not the end of the world. You'll have tougher decisions soon enough.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
Well, that's good.
Without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
Sure, no problem. I like him. He's got the right attitude.
Commander, good to see you.
Anything back here I can check up? No.
Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
We came as soon as we got the distress call, even with the
You did the best you could, Commander. It's my fault. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
Well, that's not really a fair point.
They're perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
Sir, they have flashlight heads. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
They died,
yes,
you
Commander.
lived.
If I had been more alert, we wouldn't
The
have
answer
been...
seems plain enough to me.
I'll make sure it doesn't happen.
Do you have a few minutes to
I'm
talk?
sorry. I wouldn't mind talking more.
Dismissed, Chief.
Sir.
Nice ship you got, Shepard.
Isn't it, eh?
What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogan lived for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
They tried the same with us, but we fought them off.
It's not the same.
Seems similar enough to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation?
Nope.
An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago.
Well, I mean,
The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected. Every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
Well, good point.
Ask a Krogan. Would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Yeah, but that means you're gonna get extinct at this rate.
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
Well, and you wonder why your species is dying.
Rex.
Shepard.
Not even willing to change their ways. Then again, even if thousands of them actually die, which, fair point,
Hey,
they
Commander,
should technically still be able to outbreed it, shouldn't they?
Spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for
I
talent,
picked her.
Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
Tell me.
She's the best ship I've ever served on. Probably the fastest vessel ever designed. And she's the only one using the new
What's so
Tantalus.
special about the Tantalus?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, we can run at FTL speeds longer.
Fill me in on the IES stealth systems.
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up.
Well, you can just shut their shit down, then it doesn't do that.
So our stealth systems
But
trap
even
the
then,
energy
you would still have to find one heat
storage
source in
the ship itself. No emissions to get
hundreds
to
and
their location.
thousands of miles of
Eventually, these
space.
things have to be
Not that easy to find, actually.
2 hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone to
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they
Why doesn't it work with faster than
Cranking
light,
up the
right?
FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing.
Where else have you
You
served,
name a
man?
class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a
Carry on, Alex.
Aye, aye.
Well, everybody has something
Your
to say.
ship's amazing, Shepard.
Isn't it?
I've never seen a
I like my ship
drive
too.
like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small.
Yeah.
I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
It
A
is.
month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome being with
I have to
Shepard,
thank
isn't
you
it?
again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people.
Which I can understand because, well, basically,
valuable resource.
you only have your ships.
But we don't
A
have
home world, no
anything
nothing.
like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
Well, I mean, if they work, with a bit of spit, you know, maybe a bit of duct tape or something.
They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel.
But you can't get everything now, can you?
But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, but no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. We set out alone,
Basically what you already told me.
and our families behind them. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join.
Can a captain choose to reject
That doesn't
it?
happen often. Most captains are eager to. Even when the gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually... It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something.
I can't believe they just
It's
sent
not like they just cast us out.
Mhm,
Before we leave, we also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generation. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift. Like what?
Well, at least they're well prepared, eh?
I want to know more about the
I
Geth.
doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. All I know is the story of their origins. What they
Well,
were.
then tell me.
The Geth were
What the
originally
origins?
created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex.
How come the council didn't step
This
in?
wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but the changes were so insignificant, so great. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking
So,
simultaneously.
the Geth share.
Many of the Geth's logic systems were
Hmm.
designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in the
So
group...
there's some sort of group consciousness.
Yeah.
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information.
Yeah, not in the sense of a
Their
hive mind as
programming
being
cannot
complete
handle
hive
that
mind, but
much
they're getting close to that, you know?
Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network, but when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more.
That doesn't make any
I'm
sense.
probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. As we built more and more Geth, their effect. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions. As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad
The
about it.
Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive... The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. It was inevitable the newly sentient
boy.
Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would... A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Well, they defended themselves.
Can't blame them for
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines.
Oh boy, were you
incapable
wrong.
of organized resistance. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exiled, searching for a way to reclaim what was once
It's
ours.
hard to feel sorry for you. Your
We
ancestors.
made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
I didn't mean
I'm
to
sorry.
offend.
I didn't mean to get so worked up. Most Quarians tend to have pretty
Well,
strong
I can
opinions about the
understand
Geth.
Tell me
that.
about your
Our lives aren't easy.
Oh yes, that's basically
There
the
are
same.
Unfortunately, we have had to
Yes.
surrender many
What
of the
kind of
things.
freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child.
Controlled burning,
If our
yes, yes,
population
I
grows
understand
too much,
that.
Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population... In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government.
Hmm.
On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the
simple
final
system
say.
of
It's a tradition
democracy.
that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily life. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiral. To do so requires unanimous agreement
Oh boy,
among
unanimous? That's never gonna happen, isn't
the
it?
only do this once. After that, it's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave.
I should go.
See you later.
Well, I guess it's understandable that they still would have basically a military rule. Because technically speaking, I mean, they have not really ended the war now, have they? I mean, they are still alive and not doing well maybe, but they exist and together are still probably a bit better. So they actually have some worlds to settle on. So, technically speaking, I guess the war wouldn't be over now, would it? Actually, can I just go in here and contact somebody? Apparently not. This is a very nice place where you can just shut the console off whenever you feel like it, which is very much to my liking. I like to have that option. Oops, that was one too far, wasn't it? It wasn't how far I was wanting to go. The Serpent Nebula. Oh, there's no area, there's Ferros, there's the other stick side. There's that asteroid thingy bob. Hawking Eater. Oh, let's travel there. There's something interesting I want to know. Just getting a few more side quests out of the way seems like a pretty good idea, if you ask me. Wasn't asteroid something the one with the terrorists? Why, game, are you getting so loud when you shoot me?
Message coming in, Commander. Big surprise, the Alliance needs you again.
Oh boy.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett with Alliance Command. We've got a mission for you. An Alliance officer named Major Kyle has set up a small compound in the Hawking Eta cluster. He's attracted a number of followers, mostly biotics. He's become an outspoken critic of the Alliance, and we believe he's mentally unstable. This could be trouble, Shepard.
I'll look into it.
3 days ago, we sent 2 Alliance representatives to meet with him at his compound. That compound is a cult, Shepard. They call him Father
Jesus.
Kyle now. He set himself up as some kind of religious leader.
You said his followers were biotics?
Yes. Major Kyle never showed any biotic tendencies himself, though. I think he's just latched onto a group he identifies with.
Well, that's a
Many
problem.
biotics feel marginalized or ostracized by society. Kyle probably sees them as victims who need his protection, and they see him as someone who will fight for them. Unfortunately, he's convinced them that the Alliance is somehow responsible for all their problems. We can't let him go on like this.
Well, somebody needs to be at fault, eh?
What were those Alliance representatives going to talk to Major Kyle about?
They wanted to bring him back to an Alliance facility for treatment. Major Kyle served us faithfully for many years. We weren't going to abandon him.
That's what
Given
you
his
say,
state
at
of
least.
mind, however, he probably saw them as a threat. We're almost certain he had his followers killed them.
Come on.
What else can you tell me about Major Kyle?
He used to be a model soldier, but something happened to him at Torfin. Too many Alliance soldiers died under his command. Couldn't cope with the guilt. His psych evaluations showed he couldn't handle the stress of command anymore. He was given an honorable discharge and early retirement. We'd hoped he would get better in time, but we underestimated how far gone he was. Now it looks like it's too late.
How permanent of a solution are you looking for?
We don't want this to turn into a massacre, Commander. Kyle is dangerous. I trust you to use your judgment.
You're basically leaving me free hand to decide here if how I'm going to do that. Recovered. Nice, right, I kind of forgot about that. So that's the one where I then need to go, yes. Nope. Game. What are you doing? Sometimes the game decides just to do things on its own. Yeah, let's land there. I'll take my usual guys with me. Oh right, that car. That very, very special car. I had almost forgotten about you. Well, let's see here. Anomaly, biotic compound, there is... Oh boy, yes. Climbing mountains with this car. I remember that. This is gonna be fun, isn't it? Oh boy. You know, I could try to, you know, avoid mountains in the night, but I hope no fun in it. Also, that thing looks kinda wrecked. Or maybe some alien tried to, you know, make a nice little picture of a dong on it. An alien dong in this case, yes. Now, let me look down there. Anything down there that looks dangerous? No? Well, then I'm going to go down there. Oh, come on. Now I really need to think, how do I... Oh, Q, okay. I was kind of wondering just how exactly I go out. Real defeat likely from a railroad fighter. Go for impact. Dead. The resistor is sliding down for his left by its tires. Well, it didn't work all that well for you. Well, now you're giving me the tutorial. Bit late. Oh, okay. This is going to end up horrible. Ouch. Ouch. Truly, it is an all-terrain vehicle. It can stand that sort of abuse. Then again, I also never claimed to be a good driver, no? Did I?
Heading to position.
Damn it. I have somebody with electronics, actually. Technically speaking, yes, I have. In the far distant future. I know, Claim, you already told me that. Oh well, can't be that important. Okay, well, I might actually have breathtaking Charlie. She probably has the electronic skills for it. No way. Now, if I still had my old save games, I could have just used one of that. That would have probably worked out rather well. At least it doesn't look like there's anybody outside who could, you know, open fire on me. No bloody good reason. Oh. Would you please? Yes, thank you very much. So, there's something up there. I want it. Why do I need to make a check to survey some minerals? Yeah, bloody hell. Why not? I guess I can't enter this one.
On my way.
I can. But sadly there's not much here. Do you have any other access? What you have?
This is a private sanctuary. Outsiders are not welcome here.
I need to talk to the man in charge. It's important.
Father Kyle wants nothing more to do with the Alliance.
He shouldn't have killed those investigators. This problem isn't gonna go away.
We won't let you take Father Kyle away. He protects us. We need him.
He's leading you to your deaths. If you fight the Alliance, you'll all get slaughtered. I'm your last chance. Let me talk to him or people start dying.
Wait. Father Kyle will speak with you.
See, that wasn't too hard, now was it? Just let me steal your stuff. We need to start off on the right foot, basically. Meaning I want all your stuff. Also, if...
Just because we're bionics doesn't mean we don't deserve to be treated fairly.
Well, nobody's saying that, you know. I'm at least not saying it. I'm still going to take all of your stuff. Because that's just the way. Nobody cares if I just see their stuff. They truly, honestly don't care. Also, I would very much advise you to not do anything stupid like attacking me. This is going to end up in very high amount of bloodshed, to put it very mildly. So why are you all dressed for a party? You haven't invited me, that might sour my mood quite a bit.
Right behind you, Shepard.
That is indeed good to know.
Father Kyle says other humans are scared of us because they know we're better than them.
Oops. Actually was not what I wanted to do. Sorry. Sorry, I'm fucking sorry. Jesus. I'm trying to shoot you. I guess now it's a bit late for late for, you know, diplomacy. That was the word I was looking for. Oh boy. This was not how I'd hoped this would go.
Take him down.
Well, I'd kinda hoped to make this a bit more diplomatic at least, but apparently, Jesus, I melted that one down.
I will destroy you.
Yes. Can try. At least.
Perimeter secured.
I mean, Jesus, that was not really what I wanted to do. Ah, bloody hell. Yeah, that's precisely what happened. Oh boy. Let's just put that one up to, you know, bad luck. Kinda wanted to make this a bit more polite. Ah, shit. This was not at all how I wanted this to happen. You know what, Garrus, actually, you can make use of the sniper rifle if you want to. Bloody hell. Well, the best laid plans and all of that, you know. Oh, come on, I avoided that one. I'm going to melt you now.
I've lost you. I think we're good, Shepard.
Oh, I think so too, Garrus. I think so too. Pretty good, even. And well, apart from the whole mess we're actually in. That was not how I wanted to do this. Jesus. It was a simple misclick. Why don't you have a limit? Like, you know, shoot me once and I'm like, hey, stop doing this. Well, I guess that would have been a bit natural. I will at least admit that much. I will take the blame for this one. Don't you worry, guys.
Let's go.
We will go, but we will also check every corner and just in case they are hiding some nice loot. Which they probably don't.
Go, go, go!
Yes. Go, but in the other direction. Can make that one explode on my own. Hello, Kyle.
I am Major Kyle. I know why you've come. We have no quarrel with you. Why can't you just leave us alone?
What happened to those other Alliance officers? The ones who came before me?
They wanted to take me away from here. They wanted me to abandon this place, turn my back on my family. They spoke blasphemy.
Ah, Jesus. You
I did what I could to make their end quick and painless. I had no other choice. It was necessary to protect my children. Only I can keep them safe.
The Alliance sent me to bring you in, Major. Can't you see this has gotten out of hand? Don't you understand you're endangering your followers?
Yes.
I respect that you have come under a banner of peace.
Ahem.
But I cannot do as you ask. If you take away their father, My children will be helpless.
If you don't come with me, all your followers will end up dead. What kind of father lets his children die?
No, this was my fault. My children are innocent, pure. Please, I never meant for this to happen. I'm sorry.
I don't want an apology. You have to come with me, Major.
Wait, if my children see you taking me away, they won't understand. They will attack and you will be forced to kill them all. You have shown me the error of my ways, Commander. Now you must give me time to explain it to them. It is the only way they will understand.
That will be a short explanation, aren't that many left?
Give me 1 hour. After that, I will meet the Alliance authorities at the gates of my compound and surrender without violence. I give you my word.
I think it would be better if you came with me now.
I must do everything I can to keep any more of my children from suffering. This is the only solution.
We do this my way, Major. Now move out.
I speak, but you do not hear. You are like the...
You must die!
I will destroy you!
Well...
Clear.
I've done it my way. But you refuse to do it my way. It is quite different from what I experienced on the other side of the spectrum. I will admit that much. That's the way back. Let's actually look in here. Well, this ended a lot more bloody than I had. Well, hoped, I guess, anticipated. Then again, you know, I guess it was kind of cursed from the beginning. Mostly because we did some horrible things. Right off the bat. Wasn't even trying to do some horrible things to them. No, I can understand that they were maybe a bit pissed with the well, pretty unjustified attack of myself.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Admiral Hackett here, Commander. Your helmsman just forwarded your report on Major Kyle. We never like to see civilian casualties, but I think we all knew how this was going to end. You did what you had to do.
Yes.
The newsman's are going to pick up this story for sure, but we'll keep your name out of it, Shepard. Hackett out.
Let's just keep it at that, yes. It was unavoidable, surely. Let's not go into the details of how my little misfire there might have caused a bit of a problem. Just a little. Oh boy.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Well, text Joker.
I've received some information I thought you'd want to see, Commander.
Mm-hmm.
Someone is killing former Alliance scientists. There have been 4 deaths in the past month.
Former scientists? Sounds like someone has a project they'd like to keep secret.
Indeed.
We found a connection between the scientists and you.
Oh.
They all worked on a classified project several years ago on Akuz.
What?
Akuz? I lost my whole unit there. You're saying that our scientists were involved?
I can't get any information on what they were working on. The project records were sealed.
This sounds horrible.
Commander, Shepard, what you do with this is up to you. I just thought you'd want to know. There was one other scientist on the project, Dr. Wayne.
Well, Dr. Wayne is going to go
Good luck.
To have a very, very short life if he is responsible in any way, shape, or form. Because yeah, Bundy has cost me my whole unit, and that is not something I take very lightly, to put it mildly. It goes fast to say that I do horrible things to People who do this. Some streams go right here. Okay. On Totorum. Well, let's land there. And down we go. Now this is not a good guy. But is that a very evil guy? I think we all know how this is going to, well, turn out. But it's really nice of the Fifth Fleet to inform me of such interesting little coinkydinkies, now isn't it? Also, I don't only want the scientists, I actually want everybody involved. That would be very nice. Ah, yes. The driving part. Did I miss one? How saddening. Damn it. Nice. More stuff for my collection. Yeah, mountain climbing aid. Come on, we can do this. This is totally an angle at which you should drive a car. Oh, worked rather well so far. Oh, I'm also... I do kind of remember there's actually a lot more stuff on the plans, but you know... I don't really want to bother collecting every goddamn thing. I might bother. My own. It's not something you necessarily need to watch somebody drive along all the possible places on a planet. Gosh, that gets rather tiresome, especially because some of them are really in very inaccessible locations. Which kinda sucks. Jesus, my electronic skill is too long. Can't really do anything else. Oh, I see enemies. Don't I? Well, I mean, I can.
I smell trouble.
Dance. Anybody else want to be smart with me? I can actually see something still up. What is it? I guess I'm gonna learn. There it is. Just some fucker trying to... Yo. Well, that was not how I planned it. Well, we've taken care of that at least. Okay, so let's move. Let's attack. Ooh, I see dead people. Oh, it's a good start, isn't it? Okay, so how do I get them to follow again? Like this. Okay. Just saying, can I continue? I missed something.
I've lost shields.
Yes, I did. And back we go. And everybody's just dancing back. That means they're like, go, 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 but they're not go, go, going. You cowards. You want me to come to get you, eh? I can. Gareth Smith was naked rifle. Don't worry about it too much. Don't think about it. Why don't you two move forward and do something? Throw some fire from me. Well, it didn't work out as well as I had hoped for. Come on, go down. Here, take this. I can heal. Can I actually hit you? I can. But that's cheap. I mean, it's cheap, but it works. What can I say? You took a bit too long to realize who is right in your face.
Watch out!
I am watching out, don't you worry. I'm careful. It was cheers. Can I actually hit you? Do that? Well, I hit something. Running back. Best tactic ever, just running away. Change into hot fire, just run away. I mean, I almost got everybody.
Watch out!
Jesus, you're a good shot. I'll give you that. And then there's a one bites the dust. It leaves one very soon, very much unhappy to be soldier. No, you don't. Hey, everybody.
Time for payback, Commander.
Yeah, sorry for that order. It was a bit of an experiment, but I kinda hoped you'd maybe be a bit better at surviving. Then again, you don't really have much of the equipment and the other stuff. I guess I can kind of understand why you would go down. But that's good to know. Also means that I probably should not send them forward. All that much that is. I'm still gonna do it sometimes. Technically speaking, as long as I don't die, everything is actually pretty much good to go. Just as long as I don't die, that is. I don't really have to think about it. Do I want at some point maybe go, you know, the long way? Yeah. And explore every world? Yeah. Kinda don't really. That one's not open. Giving me this one.
Stay back! I've got no grief with you. All I want is this bastard.
Please! He's a madman! Mr. Toombs, you're insane! You need help!
Shut up! You don't get to lie. You don't... Shepard? My God. Shepard, is that you?
Corporal Toombs? But I saw you die on a Koos. How did you get
apparently
here?
I wasn't the only survivor.
They took me, Shepard. The scientists.
You can't prove any of this! This man is delusional!
See, they were running tests on the Thresher Maws. They let those things hit us just to watch and study. I woke up in a holding cell. The scientists were delighted I'd survived.
Oh boy, that scientist
now
is
they had
fucked.
someone to run tests on.
What did they do to you, Toombs?
You can't believe Toombs! He doesn't have any proof! I demand a fair trial!
And I demand that you shut up.
You bastard! He knows the truth!
Yeah,
They're
apparently.
part of some organization, Cerberus.
Ah, Cerberus,
that runs
eh?
secret tests like this. They treated me like a lab animal. This man deserves to die, Shepard. For you, for me, for everyone else in the unit. Are you with me?
Oh boy, let me do it.
Corporal, if you kill him, you're a criminal. But I'm a Spectre. Nobody will question me.
You can't kill me. You don't know who you're dealing with.
I don't know.
Damn it, Shepard, this is my kill. You got out with a few scratches and a scary reputation. I'm the one they tortured.
Well, you know what, I'll give you this one.
I got off easy and you didn't. So let me handle this, Toombs.
Well, nice view of Rex internals.
It's really over?
It is.
Maybe the screaming will stop now. I don't know.
All you can do is keep going. Joker, tell the 5th Fleet we need a ship for pickup.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Josiah gives it towards the door. Won't be left behind again. No, we're not going to let him stay behind. We're not fucking cruel. That would be cruel. I can't see minerals up there. Gee, that is exactly the kind of shit I mean. That's a fucking inaccessible part. You know how much I have to climb to get there? Well, I've seen it on my map, I can't just really say no, nor can I? Ah, yeah. Just not in my nature, you know? I can see it, now I wanna have it. Technically speaking, what does it give me? A bit of XP boost and a few credits. Really?
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Nothing really I need, I
I
understand.
reviewed your report on the situation, Commander.
You did,
It's
eh?
unfortunate Dr. Wayne ended up dead, but based on your report, your actions were understandable.
And I do it again.
Toombs seems to have found some closure, and hopefully with therapy, he'll have a normal life again someday. I hope this helped you find some peace, Commander. Thank you. Fifth Fleet out.
No, thank you. That was actually a pretty nice way of dealing with my unknown past. I mean, I basically only read a few lines about it and that was it. So I'm kinda quite happy I've dealt with this shit. How many more do we have left? This, and then there's the Pinnacle Station, and there's Asteroid.
Message coming in from the brass at Arcturus. Patching it through.
Normandy? Admiral Hackett here. We're getting reports of a marked increase in Geth activity in the Skyllian Verge. Surveillance drones have identified Geth outposts on 4 different planets in the Armstrong cluster. We need someone to take them out.
Do we have any idea what they're after?
Hard to say. They may be just gathering intel on us. Or maybe they're setting up staging grounds for hit-and-run attacks on human colonies.
Well, or worse.
It could be the first wave of an invasion.
Let's hope not. We need someone to investigate this, Shepard. Finding Saren is still your top priority, but you've got experience fighting the Geth.
Yes,
You're the logical choice to take out
basically
these
the
outposts.
guy who has to do everything in this fucking universe. I know,
We're
I know.
transmitting all the locations of known Geth outposts in the Armstrong cluster to the Normandy now. Admiral Hackett out.
Oh boy. That's gonna take a while, isn't it? The why game. Why do you really insist on being so goddamn loud every goddamn time? Yeah. Nothing here. Quite a small system, I would say. Well, same as usual. Yeah, just drop me down there. Yes, I mean, I guess it's good to get some of the side quests out of the way now. And it means that one can focus on the main story after that. Yes, outpost. Anomaly debris. I don't think I can deal with the debris, but I will look at it. Nice. Now we've got electronics. There's a potential, that is. Also means that I don't need to change my team, which sounds very nice. I'll take it. Yeah, lovely weather again. The weather is really, truly lovely. Really invites one to go for a nice little stroll, doesn't it? Oh well, oh well. Usual day. Really, 4 whole systems, eh? Oh, that's annoying. But I guess if I get the mainstream into it, that's actually going to very much shorten the time I have to spend once I actually revisit the elements. I guess. It was good until it wasn't good anymore. What is this? Then we go there. But there's apparently something else in the way. I guess getting most of these things out is probably good. Reflected mass and error shots. Inborn reference to your hands, use commission to identify these species. It's been brought down here from another world. Oh. Interesting. Somebody has actually brought something down here. For God knows what sort of reasoning. Up. Some mysteries will never be cleared. Others, on the other hand, will. In due time.
Heading out.
Nope, still too low for that. Okay, let's go for the gas outpost then. The first of 4. I think I'm gonna finish those 4, then I wanna end it on a positive note, but we have lots left to do, which is good. Maybe if I actually find time in this week in between something or other, I might actually revisit all the planets and get stuff done, basically. Basically finding all the resources like that. I'm sure there's, and now there should probably be actually a map for this, shouldn't there be? And I'm sure there's gonna be some guide out there who's like, what? Shit. Because they can give me the whole map. That's probably a good idea, because that would actually save some time. And honestly, driving around in the Mako is not my most favorite pastime. I mean, it's fun once, it's fun twice, maybe even the third time, yes, but after a while, and especially you have to traverse some even more extreme areas, then it becomes kinda very much me after a while. See like this, who the fuck decided to put this here?
Securing point.
Out of nowhere. I mean, honestly, it's not really worth that much. Think about it. It's a bit of money, sure. Don't you know, I'm pretty damn heavily armored. Your little rockets are not going to stop me at all. Can I actually see any? No, I don't think so. Come on. Wasn't really going for a jump down there, but okay. Guess it's a bit too late to complain now. But I'm down already. And we're just gonna climb up again. Honestly, I'm not too worried. See? Not too worried at all. Oh no! My little map is jammed. Really, jeez. Oh, bloody hell. Well, I'm just lucky that I don't need to beat that thing on foot.
3 more of these outposts left to clear out. This should fun.
Well, relative fun, Rex. Relative. Yep, that's precisely 3 more. Ooh, the Hong system. Oh boy, oh boy. Da da dee da. Well, at least we're getting some stuff out of it. I will look at it in a very positive light. Mara. Well, will you look at all of these collectibles? Isn't that nice of them to just drop it pretty much everywhere? And down we go. Whee! Yeah, just drop it down there. Why not? Let's see. Anomaly, get power pulse, anomaly, debris. Actually, can I? Oh, still not enough. Well then. Let's start our next little journey. Well, that looked that nice. Come on, we can do this. It's totally the sort of terrain that thing was built for, isn't it? Maybe not exactly this much of a resisting terrain, but you know. Ooh, beacon. And I mean, at least you're gonna get some stuff out of this. There's some monies, which is always nice. Bit of XP, also pretty nice. Also, I would very much enjoyed if you could get enough XP to get actually progress a bit of the electronic skill. Because actually until the first time this came up, I was kind of forgetting about that skill. Otherwise I would have probably given him that even for his Schneepery full skill. Oh well. It's too late to complain about that now, I would say. Now let's see if the third time is the charm. Oh. Yes. Did I mention all terrain vehicle, including just dropping off cliffs? It is considered a terrain now. Oh. Where are you? It's almost level terrain. Wasn't this one? Where are you hiding? There you are. Well, no, apparently. Still not good. Still not good. And now I have to dive out of this little hole in the ground. Ah, Jesus. Ah, well. And of course we have to climb the next mountain too. I'm sure I could probably look like a... But I could look for like a round or something like this. Nah, and it'll be boring. I'm not even sure it actually is. Oh, hello there. Man, now I'm feeling really unwelcome here. Suddenly. How are you doing? you maybe stop shooting at me like this? Oh shit, shit, shit. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. This was not intended in any way, shape or form. Ah. Missed me. This? Yeah, shit, did miss me. Sneak a little one. Now, what do we have here? Yes, yeah, repair. Just in case.
Heading to position.
Can I attack with you? Can apparently not. It's kinda sad. Okay. I get it. Can't do that. Can't even destroy it. Right. Wanna leave that mystery behind there. Ooh, I see some almost level place. That's something new. Nope. Bit of a dance move there. Did work. Shown no right to complain on any side. Whee! So but at least for a while it's fun to drive the Mako around. That's totally cool. Not so much if you have to do it for a very, very long amount of time. Yeah, and it kinda gets annoying. More money. Yes. Physics at work, eh? Physics at work. Come on, we can do this. I believe in you, my little car. Oh, see, this is almost relaxed driving. It's almost like a street. Just without, you know, an actual street. But am I jammed? Who the fuck jammed me? I don't see anything shooting at me. Does this map still work? It does. Oh, the jamming failed. Sneaker. Come on. Really wanna do this? Are you sure about it? Doesn't sound like a good plan to me. Well. I'm shooting it! I'm shooting it! Shooting it down. I can help it.
That's number 2. Let's hit the next base.
Yeah, sure, we've taken a few hits here and there maybe, but not a problem. It's not a big problem. Well, 2 done, 2 more to go. Doesn't sound like much of a problem when you ask me. We've done it so far. Jesus, there are a lot of planets here. Lots of stuff to scan, potentially. Nice. All stuff. Unchalra. That's an interesting name you've got there. Can I suspect I can land here? Yes, I can. Also, I've seen something in here, haven't I? Carbonaceous asteroid. Nice. Very nice indeed. Well then, down we go. And we'll do this all again. And we will do it one more time. I didn't believe I've done enough. I guess the next time we'll finish with side questing, and then we'll look into what else the world has to offer. Yes, could you maybe learn a bit about electronics? That would be very great. And I guess I could play until I get his electronic skills up a bit, and then I'll do my little retouring of the worlds. Can't actually be that much of a hassle. Oh Jesus, you surprised me. I forgot about your whole existence, my friend. Flash more. Yikes. How about that? I was too slow. I was not expecting that. I had forgotten about it. Guess what to find. I guess I've been mangled by the Fisher mod. At least I got what was coming to them. Well, fair point. First the Geth attacked humans. And then they got bloody murderized by Fisher mod. Ooh, look, Procyon Ruin. I like. Nice. Now let's see if we can this time deal with the debris. Actually, wasn't there actually a button for... Yes, there was. I would like to be repaired, please. Okay, so everything apart from one tire has now been repaired. That's good. And that one tire is not gonna fail me now, is it? Well, at least not from a bit of bumping around. It would seem. That's good. Let's just hope that we don't encounter any of these giant motherfucking wormy things again. Why am I getting jammed? Am I actually close enough to the Geth outpost? Get jammed. Is this the right direction? Should technically be. Yeah, basically driving directly towards it. Well, I will admit this is not necessarily the best position to fight them, if I make a stationary target. And I missed, of course. Well, I think I got almost all of them. Oh boy. Actually, and I'm just showing them my wounded.
Strange. I expect one of these outposts to be the main base of operations for this incursion.
Hold up. This receiver's picking up some kind of transmission. Based on the signal strength, I'd say it's coming from inside this star cluster.
I hear something burning.
From the primary Geth base.
I suppose something horrible is happening.
Its location and take them out. It must be a message from the primary Geth base. We can use the signal to lock onto its location and take them out.
This is really not looking good for me. Let's just return to the Normandy. Nothing ever happened. Nobody needs to know about this one. I totally aced that mission. Let the others prove the difference. I can still go to Gagarin and Grisam. This one was the one I was supposed to have as the last one, and then came the other one there. I mean, okay, I'll take it. Raging 3. You look hospital. Ah. Oh well. Is there anything on the sun? No. Well, let's land then. Yes, we've already done this a few times. Sure, nobody's gonna be surprised by now. Well, see, it's in pristine condition. There never was any event where I maybe somehow kinda... Urban research post, anomaly. Well, positioning is shite. See, we've got more electronics now. Sure, this is going to help us. You know what that thing really needs? A nice little radio. That would have been very much useful. But one can't have everything, I guess. I mean, I could basically create my own radio by having some music in the background, but then I would have to turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, and that would be annoying, or wouldn't it be? Well, let's see if Gears has reached enough peak electronic skill to deal with this shit. I guess I will actually push his electronics up. I will take somebody else for my rerun. Somebody who has not yet spent all their skill points on good stuff. Like Schnieper refills. Let me guess, you want me to go up on this plateau? Oh. So assuming there's a plateau up there. So assuming it's gonna be a pain in the ass to climb. Shit, I can see some minerals. Now that I've seen them, I can't ignore them. Ah. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Yes, you can. Good car. Very good one. I believe that you all the way. Biggest fan with all of that. Ah, oh cute, it's rolling on its back. Then the question is, why exactly is that overrun outpost? Actually, I think about it, isn't this kind of wasteful? I mean, I don't really need to deal with the outpost if I can deal with the main problem, now can I? Come on, car. You can do it. I know I'm asking a bit much here, but please. Yes. This is bad. Which means I have to deal with this in hand-to-hand combat. Ooh. Locker here. You're not very well protected, locker. Now then. Yeah, if you're smart, you're running back. Those are not things you fight in close combat. Think better to do it like this.
That's it. Bag 'em and tag 'em.
Bag and tag and indeed. I see Garrus is fully happy with doing a lot more dangerous shit. As long as you can do it his way. And I guess giving one-liners is part of that fun. Oh, not that I'm one to judge, you know. Everybody can have their fun. Not much more loot here.
Let's get moving.
We shall. We shall indeed. After that, there's really not much left. Kinda like my stroke. Retreat! Jesus. That thing's dangerous, just running at you like that. Ah. Very nice how much I have actually forgotten about how to actually fight and stuff like that. Have they kind of forgotten about me, yeah? Apparently they have. For a while. I can hear you blooping in the background. Come to me, you little shit. I don't wanna go out there. I don't really like the ability to jam. That actually forces me to go out. Yeah, how do you like getting shot at?
I've lost shields!
Would have any reason to retreat, I guess.
I've lost shields!
I knew it wasn't there, everyone. Jesus, sniper rifle hurts. Yeah, that sniper rifle really hurts. Jesus, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, are you bloody serious? Yes, of course you are, game. Of course you are. And I guess this is still quite a bit nicer than some other games that have no autosave whatsoever. Retreated, yes, I get it. But still. Could we have just made a little save game when I entered the building? I'm pretty sure I was almost done with that. God damn it, I can see something. Oh, I feel the need to go there. Should have known it. Should have known I was maybe a bit too aggressive there. But the realization came a bit late. Well, it's basically level terrain. That anomaly that is. You can't hide from me. Good. Now we go there again. Woo. Well. doesn't really require that much stubbornness to redo this part at least, not like some other scenarios I had to deal with in the past. Like being at a boss, having no healing items, respawning with pretty much no health, and being far too stubborn to reload my last save game and instead continuously trying to beat the boss. Ah, that took me a long time. I think it was around 20 or so tries. Get him to the second phase. Oh boy. Oh, oh. Game. Game. Game, I can see you don't like this. Could you please let me go? I mean, it's trying to do something. It's hard to tell what exactly it's trying to do. Thank you, game. I was not expecting that, actually. Actually, now that I think about it, I do actually have maybe better stuff that would make this a bit easier. At least not for you. Not necessarily for you. And definitely not for you. Jesus, we are picking up lots of useless stuff, aren't we? Okay, so this time let's be a bit more careful about it. So I should probably save. What was it? 6 it was. Come here. Now you want to? Well, no reason to make this more prolonged than it needs to be, because, well, shit, I'm not in combat anymore. I can't sprint. So maybe I should actually heal, you know? Shit. Oh, we've got evil people over again. Including the big guy. Who's storming at Rex was probably the only one who could actually stop him. Indeed, plus shields. Those things are fucking dangerous. kinda doubting if that's the only one left. I don't know what it was. Yes, I think also we have actually successfully got them. Good, good, indeed. That means we don't need to really care about much more. Picking our stuff and going. Is pretty mainly what I was planning to do. That leaves us with one more system, which we need to check out. The last one. It does make one wonder what the Geth actually are doing here. I mean, you would suspect them to have some, at least, rudimentary reasoning for being here. But who knows? We are not here to ask them, we are here to deal with them. First and foremost. Shortly enough. Now, I'm kinda expecting an ambush out there. I was right. Game. I very much appreciate you, but sometimes you're just fucking with me, aren't you? That is the nice sound of a mission well done. No, I'm not looking forward to the last one. The sort of trouble they can do one of the outposts. Kinda worried what they're gonna do in there. You know, just a little bit. And nothing on the outer one. There's a rocky asteroid. And there's no Taliban, which has nothing to offer. Then Solcrum, which I apparently have to land on. Oh boy. Well, plus one's the charm, eh? Let's see how this works out. I'm expecting somewhere between horrible and very horrible. No anomaly. That is the outpost, probably. No, it's not an outpost, it should be their main post. Basically. Yes, yeah. Just tried to say something else, but I kinda got confused in my head, and then I kinda lost my train of thought. Well, can't be that important if you forgot about it now. Matriarch's writing. Fascinating. I'm sure of it. Well, at least then I can claim that I did something about the GIF problems. GIF problem. Probably, at least according to a certain group, only genocide would be the answer to. And they tried and failed it. Well, I can almost sympathize with that.
Hostile spotted.
We got them all, Shepard.
Where the hell did you spot a hostile? Just asking out of curiosity. A sort of capsule that we can't open, which is... Yes. I would consider that to be very hostile. To me. But I wasn't really expecting it to shoot back at me. At least not that. So I've apparently taken some damage to my, once again, right front wheel. I don't know when and how exactly I did it, but considering just how incredibly great of a driver I am with this thing, I guess I can't really say I'm surprised that we take some damage in there. Why? Why the living hell do you need to set up here? And in such numbers even. Also, you really expect me to go in there, eh? Game. I don't want to go in there. Sounds like a horrible idea. It's going to be full of fucking gaff in there. Oh boy. Fine, fine, fine. See, I'm already jammed. Let's be careful. I can see you standing there. Well, that doesn't help you. Oh, taking care of that one. Fucking jumpers everywhere. Just jumping around. Being annoying at once. That sound, just the sound, can drive one crazy. Oh, the cover is blown. Come on. Come on, Shepard. No reason to act completely stupid about it. That's fake stuff. I don't like it. That thing's really tough. Could you maybe not just stand in here but go out there and shoot something? I'm not really meant to take all the hits, you know? Jesus. Yeah, so surprised me a little.
All clear.
Frantic person thing. Well, person. Machine thing. Oops, I actually didn't want it to do that. I want to do it manually. I need my stuff. Seriously, that was not a nice encounter, now was it? Bunch of nasty little gaffies trying to kill me. I don't like it. Can't go in there. And of course I can sprint. Nothing up here. Actually go... No, I can't go back to normally from here. It would have been too easy. Well, did all we wanted to do. Okay. Oh, these are all of those. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, sure. I'll give Tali the stuff. Collecting some brownie points with the crew, never a bad idea. And we're gonna save, and that's gonna be it for today. Oh, yes, I think I will actually get some of the site explorations done on my own.
Shepard, I need to talk to you. It's important.
Of course.
Something wrong?
You know the data you took from those Geth control nodes? The information you uploaded to Alliance Control? I want a copy of it.
You want to bring this data back to the Mycon fleet?
Well, yes.
Those files have information that could be vital to our efforts to understand the Geth. It could be the key to helping us reclaim our homeworld.
It'll take years to decipher and analyze the data.
Maybe even decades, but it's worth the time. This information will give us new insight into how the Geth have changed and evolved over the past centuries.
Go ahead, make a copy.
My people,
It's all for the crew, believe me. You're the only people I'm reasonably nice to.
The only thing I can offer in return is what you already have. My solemn promise to stay with you until Saren and his Geth armies are defeated.
I never wanted anything more.
Thank you, Shepard.
See? I'm very nice to my crew. Not so much to anybody else. And sometimes just accidents happen, like... I mean, it was a misclick, you know? I didn't want to kill those idiotic people. No. I did want it, to be fair, Major Kyle to do it like I tell him to, because I don't trust someone who calls himself father. That just sounds like a horribly wrong idea. Yo, Preston, you finally want to talk to me.
If anyone has to take over from
Presley.
Captain Anderson, I'm
My
glad it's you.
bad. Sorry.
I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive fleet of alien raiders hit the colony, trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are, allies can make you stronger.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander, this won't be a problem.
Good.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Got people on my crew. Good people. I don't like Garrus. He's a cool dude. Well, I should think about it. I could. Master Unity. Restore stats code from... That's actually pretty useful. Maybe we should actually get it up. Right, I actually got skills like this. Kinda forgot I actually had those. Seems like a good idea to get this going. Barrier. Proper temperature, not block attacks that bypass shields. Okay. I would like to have that. That I guess we have our work truly and honestly cut out for us. But yeah, these shall wait for the day. And with that I shall bid you adieu. We shall see each other again, I hope. And, well, yeah. Let's make it short this time and not ramble on. Well, until then, have a good one and all that.